we are joined now by three lovely ladies to talk about Summer Kids Cafe. The summer is almost here. It's hard to believe. Weren't you guys in here a couple weeks ago and we were talking about, it seems like it anyway, doesn't it? I mean, for crying out loud, time flies by. We were just talking off the air about how fast time flies and that we don't even know what day of the week is. And I nearly didn't get here this morning. And they're like, "Oh, I'm glad you did," because, you know, we would have been knocking on the door trying to break in to get on the radio. And I would have loved to see you guys see if you could push the right buttons and get on the air.
Probably wouldn't happen.
You don't think that would have worked out too well, Katie? No? Yeah, when Schrant was here, he always was scared to touch the board because he said bad things would happen. And so the first time he actually had to handle the board because there was like some kind, I got snowed in or my garage door wouldn't open. I couldn't get out. I called him and I said, "Hey man, you're gonna have to go solo. I know this is what you've been dreading." He goes, "Okay, what do I do? What do I do?" And I told him, "You push this button and you push this thing up." So I'm driving over, dead air, dead air, dead air. And I know what's going on. Mike's doing the news, thinking he's live on the radio, and he's not. He had the wrong button pushed. So I'm calling frantically on the phone like every minute so he could finally answer. About the sixth time I call, and I'm only a mile away from the studio by then. Mike goes, "Yeah, hello. You were off the air the whole time." "That's why I don't want to be near this board." And I'm like, "I get it. You're fired from that part. You'll never do that again." So I think you guys might have done a better job than Mike did. Rest his soul. But anyway, we are with Katie Cox and Donna Murrow and Samantha Fugate there with Summer Kids Cafe as the summer is almost here. And Samantha, you're going to hit us with some statistics, some numbers, because you have drawn the long or short straw to go first today.
Yes, we celebrated our 10th year last year. We served 9,592 meals last year. We operated 61 days. We averaged 157 kids per day, and the highest number of kids we had was 239 in one day. So,
are those records or highs?
Those are record highs, and expect it to keep growing this year.
Were you in charge of counting every one of those meals individually to make sure it was accurate?
Little tip, we count the plates.
You do? Yeah. Oh, that's good. Because you get to like 9,133, and then somebody distracts you, you got to start all over, and that's not good. Well, Katie, 10 years. That's hard to believe.
Yes. It's been a good 10 years. And so we couldn't do this without everyone in the community. And so it's been really good. Samantha's got all the volunteers set up for, donating meals or just coming to prepare the meals. And then the activities committee, we've got a bunch of activities lined up. One of the first biggest ones we have would be on May 23rd. We have Bike Repair Day. And so anybody can bring their bike in that doesn't work, and we'll fix it. And so they don't have to pay for it. We have a bunch of volunteers that will take care of that. So that's on May 23rd. And then we've got Wet Wednesday coming back, just like we always do. That's always a popular one. Bingo on Fridays. And so prizes for everybody is always good. Farm animals, the railroad's coming, the 8-Man All-Stars come. The Wellness Center comes. We've got our popular slime run that we started last year, which was fun. So it'll just be a good summer.
For people who are not familiar with the program, how did it get started and where do you have it and when do you have it?
It's at the Zion Lutheran Church Park, which is at the corner of 7th and Bell Street. And it started by a group that decided that there was a need for food over the summer to feed kids that were going hungry during the summer. And so they got together and decided to do that. The first summer was meals only. And they didn't do any activities at that time. It was just to feed the kids. I think there was about 10 ladies that worked that first year. Really didn't have volunteers to come in and help. And so it's just kind of grown that everybody's coming in now and helping. And we've added the activities. And it's all community supported. We don't take grants and we don't apply for grants. So everything comes from within the community.
You know, the rising costs of things, as everybody's well aware of, or inflation as people like to call it, and that means that, of course, we know what we have in our own little bubbles in our lives, but we don't know, or maybe we did at one point and now we're not there, is that families can struggle from meal to meal or from day to day, and then, of course, the kids might have to eat the exact same thing all the time, or maybe don't have enough, and so that's something that is important for you guys to keep going, and obviously keeps growing, which is a good thing. It keeps growing, but at the same time, you start to go, wow, does that mean there's even more of a need for this, which is kind of scary too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool too because, as after COVID and that inflation and things cost more. And I think we were a little worried about what our costs would be and would we be able to raise that much money. But over the last 3 years, our volunteers and our businesses have donated more. So last year we had 23 meals completely donated by businesses in our community. And this year we have 25 meals being donated. And so if you think about that, that's like a third of our days that we operate. And so our community really just supports our program, supports our kids. And it's just really neat to see, we were worried about, can we still do this? Is this still going to work? And they've just really help to even make it that much better.
Well, they believe there's obviously a need, and so then they're supporting that. So that's really big for people to do that. And now that you've established it, and it's been for 10 years, and people, I think, will a little bit more likely to maybe help out with it. How could people get a hold of you guys if they want to help as a volunteer, if they want to donate, or if they want to donate and volunteer or help serve? I know there's been many times I've went by there, and there are a whole bunch of people helping serve.
They are always, they can always stop by. We're always at the church. Usually 10:30 to 1:30. There's someone there, or they can contact us on our Facebook page. So Summer Kids Cafe.
So what else would you guys like to say about Summer Kids Cafe before we let you guys go this
all
morning?
said when it operates, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's important. Well, I think I asked that, but we just didn't get that far. Yeah.
May 20th is our first day, and we'll start activities at 11:30. We start feeding lunch at 12. We're usually wrapped up by 1. We don't operate on Memorial Day or 4th of July. And then we go all the way until the day before school starts, which is August 14th this year.
And where is it again?
7th and Bell, the playground outside the Lutheran Church.
And all kids are welcome.
All kids are welcome.
And if you just need something to spice up your day, just drive by.
Yeah.
It's an awesome place. Just to see all the kids playing and the adults out there. It sounds like a happy place if you drive by with your windows down.
Lots of kids,
Yeah,
lots
lots
of
of
lots of bikes, and,
Yes.
and that's why you talked about the bike repair, because some kids, you got mom and dad, or you got single mom, single dad, they're working, they can't get the kids down there, and hey, I got my transportation. It doesn't cost too much in regards to I don't put fuel in it, so I can ride my bike. And so it's really important for all kids to have a bike in those situations,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah. So it's great that everybody that works together to take care of this in the community. Anything else we want to add? Anybody, if they're anywhere on online, social media, anything like that people can get a hold of you? Any numbers you want to give out or anything?
Where Summer Kids Cafe is our Facebook page.
Okay.
So that's
Yeah.
kind of where we just route everything to. Or if anyone knows any of us,
Sure.
they can get hold of us.
All right. Fantastic. And it starts on May the 20th, the 10th year of the Summer Kids Cafe. You want to say something, Donna?
I was just I can't remember the date of our first bake sale.
June
13th.
13th.
So there's a bake sale on June 13th.
And the kids are the ones that do the cookies. So it's all.
Are you sure they don't eat them while they do them?
I'm not going to guarantee
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
they are the ones that do most of the work. So
Way back in the day when I helped my mom make chocolate chip cookies, I think I ate every other one before they even were cooked. I took the dough. I loved the cookie dough, and then I had a stomach ache later on. But thanks for all that you guys do for this great thing that is done every single summer, the Summer Kids Cafe. And this is year number 10? 11. So we've been 10, and now we're into the second decade, and we're into 11. Well, continued success with all that. And once again, if you can help out, it would be greatly appreciated. Community Matters brought to you by Mitchell County Hospital Health Systems.